Alright, CNT120, we're working on our network design lab. We're now down to the cable plan and function test, part 3. This is the part we're doing along with chapter 5. So real quickly, we did our network design map, if you will. We did our network diagram in our draw.io. We then did our cost sheet picking out equipment. After we picked out equipment, we took these model numbers and put it back into our drawing. So at this point, our diagram and our cost sheet should essentially be done. We're now going to move on implementing our plan into Packet Tracer. So first thing I did is I downloaded a copy of the Packet Tracer file that's here on D2L. I downloaded that. I opened it. Here it is right now. And, oops, there we go. There it is right now. I'm actually going to do a quick save as on this. That way I have the original in case any issues were to occur. And for me, I'm just going to name it demo for demoing for you. You would want to put your name in here so you know it's your file, if you will. Keep the original as a just in case something gets goofed up, you can reload the original. I'm doing a save as on this one so I know this is the one I'm working on. This is my working file, if you will. So first thing we want to do is let's take a peek around. When I look on the logical side of this, I'll see there is an actual ISP side of the network over here. This is stuff I have configured for you to act as the ISP. Don't alter anything over here. Don't turn anything on, off, or anything. Just leave that there. That's going to pretend like that's there to give us a connection to connect to, almost like it is our ISP. Over here is our site, our router, our switch, our phones, access points, etc. You'll notice that, let me zoom out a little bit, a lot of the equipment we picked out is here for us. So we're essentially going to try to hook up what we have on our network diagram. To start with, we're going to go to the physical tab. So if I open the physical tab, here's the Harrisburg City. I'll open that up. Here's the ISP. Here is our Taxes R Us office at Harrisburg. I'm going to open that up. I'm going to shut off the wireless coverage right here. That'll get rid of the purple tint for now. That'll allow us to see our diagram a little bit better. If I take a look, there's my room 101, office 1, office 2, office 3, office 4, etc. I have the computer and phone in each room, meeting room, access point at each end of the hallway. Okay, so take a look around, orient yourself to what's here. Heads up, don't delete any of these or try to replace them. The configuration I have in place on the routers and switches are for these pieces of equipment. If you were to delete a phone and put a new one in, that new one's not going to work right with our router and switch that's there. So just a little heads up on that. If something gets deleted, you might need to reopen the original file and start over, so to speak. Okay, definitely do an undo, see if you can bring it back first. All right. What we want to do now is we want to start cabling up this building like we would for real life. So we're going to put a copper wall mount outlet box in each room, and we're going to label with a room number. So over here, I will start up here in room 101. I'm going to go to the cable section. Down here, I'm going to click on the outlet box, grab a copper outlet box, and I'm going to drop it into the room here. When I do, I'm going to quick label it room 101. Okay, and then I will work my way around the building. I'm just going to go right next door here to room 103. I'm going to label it room 103. And I'll just keep going right across the top, room 105. I'll put one in there. Room 105. Now I have some organization. I know what this is. Here's 107. Let's put one over here. Room 107. We'll come down here to 109, the meeting room. I'll put that in there for room 109. And this is simulating having an outlet box on the wall or on, in a cubicle or something for these devices to plug into. I'll put this one here. This is 108. So room 108. Coming across, I don't need one here. That's our equipment closet. I will put one here for room 104. And then I will do one more over here for room 102. All right, so I should have now, I'm going to zoom out, I should have an outlet box in each room. Okay, what we're going to do next, now that we have that, Let's look at the patch panel in the closet, and we're going to start doing our horizontal cabling, if you will, between the boxes and the closet. I'm going to click on the closet here. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. Again, the router and switch are already here, kind of pre-configured for our network. So again, don't delete those and try to replace them. There is configuration on both of these to try to make this site work for us. Here's the patch panel that's already in place. We have Harrisburg patch panel A. We are going to cable all the boxes to this patch panel, and we're going to do it kind of sequentially. We're going to do 101, then 102, then 103. That way we have some organization here that we know what rooms these ports are going to. So to do that, just like our cabling lab that we did with Chapter 5, I'm going to scroll up here, and I'm just going to go from room 101. I'm going to do my connections. I'm going to do a straight through connection, and I'm going to click on here and go to the punch down, not the jack. The jack is where the patch cable will plug into. I'm going to click on the closet, and I'm going to go to patch panel A, and I'm going to go to punch down 1. So I'm going to try to go 1 to 1, and then up here I will go 2, down here to the closet, to 2. Okay. Now we only needed 2 drops in that room, so we're going to leave the other 2 empty. Okay, we'll leave the other 2 empty. And then we're going to go here to room 102 and do the exact same thing. Punch down 1, click on the closet over here, patch panel A, and we're going to go sequentially. So we'll go 3 and 4 now. Those will get 3. Punch down 2, this is going to get 4. Then we'll go up here to room 103, and we will repeat. First 2 punch downs, next 2 punch downs on the patch panel. So this in here will be punch down 2. It's going to go to my patch panel. I'm going to go right here to port 6. And I'm going to keep working my way around the building until I have them all cabled. I'm going to pause the video while I do the other rooms, and then I'll pick up after. I'll come back after I have those cabled. Okay, I just finished up cabling the meeting room 109 over here. Remember, we have 105, and then we have 107, 8, and 9. So I just made sure I did those in order. Okay, now that I have all the rooms cabled, okay, the next thing we're going to do is we need to make sure we show the horizontal cabling like it would be in real life. So in real life, remember, we would be routing the cabling out of the room, you know, in a hole in the wall above the ceiling, and then into the hallway, down the hallway, and into the closet using cable trays. So we're going to simulate that. What we're going to do is we're actually going to bring the cable out here at a right angle and down the hallway and into the closet. To do that, I'm going to right click on top of my cable and click the option for create a bend point. You'll see a little square show up. I'm not going to grab that square, and I'm going to come out here in the hallway, kind of straight out through the wall till I'm out in the hallway out here, where I would probably have a cable tray. I'll come up this way a little bit. We'll probably have the cable tray kind of down the edge of the hallway or down the middle. I'll do the same thing on the next one. I'll create the break point, and I'm just going to drag it out here next to the other one. We're going to try to make these look like we're routing them through the hallway. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do that again over here, so I can create a break point and route it this way. They could be going into the closet, just like so. And the same thing on this guy. So we're kind of simulating that we have a cable tray going down through the hallway, above the ceiling, but down through the hallway. Then I'm going to route the cabling coming out of the room, into the tray, down the hallway, and then into the closet. And I'm just going to do that for all the rooms. Create a break point, drag it over here, kind of going to go where all these are, try to kind of pile them together, if you will. And then the same thing here, create another break point here, and then over here I'm going to do the same thing, create a break point. Yep, come on. Create a break point, there we go, and drag it out here and do the same thing with this guy. Okay, I'll do another room here, and then I'm going to pause while I'm doing the rest and come back when I'm finished. Actually, I'll come down here and do this one. Right click on it, create break point, drag it up here. You can do it, come on now. I'm going to zoom in a little bit. There we go. Sometimes it's hard to see that square. We'll drag it up there like so, and I'll do the same thing on this guy. Create break point. Drag it up here. And kind of pretending that we have the tray coming down the hallway. I'll come over here, do another create breakpoint. Drag it up with these guys, create breakpoint. Drag it up with these guys. Alright, so let me zoom out so you can kind of see what we're trying to simulate. We're trying to simulate coming out through the room. There would be a hole here above the ceiling, a hole through the wall above the ceiling. Cabling comes out into a tray in the hallway. Tray goes down the hallway to hold all the cabling until it comes into the closet. All right. I'm going to pause the video while I do the other half of the building over here, and I'll come back when I'm done. Okay, and we're back. I have the other end of the building done. Let me zoom out just a little bit here. These are the ones we did over here earlier. So as I move to this side over here, I did the same thing. You know, right angle out here down the hallway. This one seems a little silly, but I went right angle out this way into the tray and in. That way all the cablings come in one spot here. That's pretty normal. Down here and in this one, I needed to zigzag it more than once to get it in there. Okay, so there should be my horizontal cabling routed through the building. If you haven't done it in a while, save your packet tracer file. So now that I have that done, we're going to implement the patch cables in the work area and then the patch cables in the closet. So to do the work area, we literally need to cable the PC to the phone, then the phone to the outlet. Okay, that is normal for a workplace environment. So I'm going to zoom in here a little bit. On these phones, there is actually 2 ports on the back. So I need to make sure I'm using the correct one. There's one labeled switch and one labeled PC. Well, the PC is obviously going to connect into the PC port on the phone. The switch port on the phone is going to go to the outlet, which goes to the switch in the closet eventually. So I need to make sure I'm cabling this correctly. So what I'll do is I'll do the PC into the phone, and I'm going to click on the PC port right away. And if you want to, go around and do all of those first. That way you're sure to get that correct. PC into the phone, into the PC port. Yes, the link light will show red at this point. That is fine. It'll come on later when we power it up. So I can just go right around the whole one and make whole building and keep making sure you plug the PC into that PC port. Now this laptop is going to be wireless, okay? I can hold off on this one for now. We'll plug the PC into the PC port on the phone. PC into the PC port on the phone. And if you want to, we can slide these down here and make this a little easier to see or read. Okay, that is fine. We can rearrange that a little bit to make things easier to see and read. We'll do that right there. And then same thing here. We'll slide this one down and we'll go patch cable into the PC and then into the PC port on the phone. Now, next thing is I will take a patch cable and go from the phone switch port, that's the only one left, and then into the outlet box into the jack side, jack 1. And I will just continue my way around the building. Switch port into jack 1, because that is one of the ones we actually have cabled. Yes, the link light's not on. That's okay. When we cable it up in the closet, that link light should start coming on. Jack 1. Just make sure you keep using jack 1. Here we're going to do the phone switch port into jack 1. Okay. We'll deal with the printer in a little bit. We're going to do phone here again. Switch port into jack 1. Here, phone, switch port into jack 1. Phone port switch into jack 1. Excellent. What you can do is save now so you don't lose your progress. And we are to this point here. Phone is cabled and the PC is cabled into the phone. We're now going to move over to the wiring closet. Then my next video, I'll pick up right here where we left off.